Hi, this is Rena from thecheesethief.com, today crafting for consumercrafts.com. And today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable keychain with this Pom Pom heart and monogram. That's the perfect gift for any Valentine in your life. To start off, I'm going to show you how to make this adorable heart-shaped pom-pom. You're going to need yarn, and I'm using this watermelon colored Caron Simply Soft yarn, which is a very pretty pink. I'm also going to use pieces of cardboard, and these are 6 inch by 1 each piece of the cardboard. This is from a cereal box that I cut out. And I'm also going to need sharp scissors, so you want to really be sure that your scissors are sharp. To start off, I'm going to take my 2 pieces of cardboard, and I'm just going to lay them on top of each other like so. And then I'm going to take my yarn and cut about an 8 to 9 inch strip and then place it on top of the cardboard. Now I'm going to take another piece of yarn and place it perpendicular to the original piece of yarn. And then I'm going to start wrapping the piece of yarn around and around in a circle. You're going to wrap around about 100 times to make the pom-pom very puffy. I wrapped the yarn around about 100 times, but you can do more if you want your pom-pom to be even puffier. As you can see, it's gotten pretty thick. Now I'm going to take those 2 initial pieces of yarn and double knot it. You want to try to get it as tight as possible, but if you can't, don't worry. Now I'm going to take the cardboard underneath and bend it in half lengthwise. As you can see, I'm just folding it over in half, and this is so that I can cut the yarn off of the cardboard. Now taking your sharp pair of scissors, you can work in layers and start trimming the yarn from the opposite end of where you tied. You're basically creating 2 even ends, and this is where a pair of sharp scissors really comes in handy. I finished cutting the center of the pom-pom off, and now I have 2 sides of a pom-pom. I didn't tie the center band so tight, so I'm going to cut another piece of 18-inch yarn to secure the center. Taking that long piece of yarn that I just cut, I'm going to make it into a U shape and place it on my table. Now I'm going to place the pom-pom on top and then loop the 2 loose ends into the U shape on the top end. So I'm just going to pull it through, and then I'm going to split open those 2 pieces of yarn and then pull it. The harder I pull it, the more secure it is. Now I'm going to wrap it around the pom-pom once and then tie it twice and in a double knot. Now I'm going to attach a jump ring onto this pom-pom because I want to make this pom-pom into a keychain. I need something to attach the keychain to the pom-pom. So I'm just going to slip the jump ring into the yarn and then tie it into a double knot again, making sure that it's very secure. Now your pom-pom is ready to be fluffed and cut. So now you can see that this pom-pom doesn't really look so much like a pom-pom or a heart. So now we have to take again our sharp scissors and trim this pom-pom to make it look like a pretty little heart. I just find the center of the pom-pom and divide it and flatten it out. And I'm going to start by cutting a V shape for the bottom of the pom-pom. But you want to keep in mind where your jump ring was, because that's going to be the top of the pom-pom. So I'm just going to cut a V shape, and you want to make sure it's pointy. So there's my top jump ring. So I want to make sure that it is centered. And then I'm just going to cut around to make a V shape as the bottom of the heart. The heart, making sure to keep in mind where that jump ring is, and then centering everything, and then keep turning the pom-pom around and keep trimming. That's the key to making a pretty shaped heart. You want to turn it at every angle and then flatten it at every angle, basically rotating it 360 degrees and looking at it at every angle and trimming as necessary. The more you cut it, the more you fluff it, the prettier your pom-pom heart will be. So I'm about finished trimming my pom-pom. You can see it's a pretty little heart. The more you work at it, the better it looks because the yarn becomes unraveled and the pom-pom becomes puffier. You really want to turn it at every angle and trim the heart so that it really looks like a heart. The more you work at it, the prettier it will become. After you finish your little trimming, you're ready to make the monogram of your pom-pom. So I'm just going to set this pom-pom aside and show you the monogram. This monogram is made from shrink plastic, so let's get started. To make the monogram and the keychain, you will need shrink plastic, a die cutting machine, or you can use a craft knife if you don't have a die cutting machine, wire cutters, a hole punch, and this is an 1/8 of an inch hole punch, so a really small hole punch, as you can see there. You also need needle nose pliers, round nose pliers, jump ring, wire loop, and a chain. To make the monogram, I took my shrink plastic and used my silhouette cutting machine to cut out the name. You want to make sure that you set your settings to cardstock and then double cut and also change your blade setting to 5, not 4. Once you have your name all cut out, you want to take your small hole punch and punch a hole where you want the jump ring to go. Be sure to do this before you shrink the plastic, or else you're going to have a very hard time putting a hole into the shrunk plastic. Now I'm going to put this into the oven for 250 degrees for around 6 minutes, which is with the instructions of my shrink wrap. If you have a different type of shrink wrap, be sure to read the instructions. I just took my shrink plastic out of the oven. As you can see, it's hard and then half the size. So shrink plastic shrinks to half the size of the original. So the original Alexis that I put into the oven was around 7 inches long. So now you can see it's like around 3.5 inches. And now I'm ready to attach the jump ring onto my keychain. So I'm just gonna take my jump ring and my needle nose pliers and open up the jump ring and then put it into the plastic. Note when you open a jump ring, you pull it open left and right and not pulling it apart from each other. Now that I have attached and secured my jump ring, I'm going to create a wrapped wire loop like the one seen here. To do so, I'm going to take a looped wire and take my needle nose pliers and bend it to a 90-degree angle, like so. Then I'm going to take my round nose pliers and then create a circle all the way around to creating another loop. And then I just turn my round nose pliers so that I can get a full circle. After that's done, I'm going to take that existing wire and then wrap it around, holding onto the loop with my needle nose pliers and wrapping it with my fingers. Once you reach the end where you cannot wrap anymore, you can either trim off the excess or you can take your needle nose pliers and tuck the last little piece in. Now that is finished, I'm ready to attach this wired loop onto my keychain and put all of my pieces together. I attached the wire loop onto the existing jump ring, and now I'm going to take my wire chain and cut out about a 1-inch length chain. Now I'm going to attach that onto the keychain. Now I want to do the same thing for the pom-pom by attaching a jump ring and a wire chain onto there and then putting it all together with one final jump ring. And this will create your final keychain. After all your jump rings are attached, you do want to go through with needle nose pliers and make sure that everything is tight because you don't want anything falling apart. So there you have your keychain, Pom Pom keychain with your monogram or your name. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please be sure to visit Consumer Crafts for all the supplies used in this tutorial. Thank you, have a great day, and remember to be kind to one another. Until next time, bye now.